Hello? Can you see me? Where are you? I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to fall. It's a great shot. Hi guys, welcome back to Wild Vlogs. This is Wild Vlog 6, where we'll talk about all things wildlife and all things filmmaking. And I'm turning up the temperature for you again this week. We're heading off now to midsummer and to the beautiful county of Pembrokeshire, that beautiful southwest tip of Wales. Pembrokeshire for me is one of my all-time wildlife meccas because you'll see and hear things in Pembrokeshire that you just won't see and hear anywhere else. And I've been going there for donkey's years. I've been going there since, well, my late teens. It holds a very special place for me. It has an amazing prehistoric coastline, has a beautiful little archipelago of islands, and I took my gear there, which was my GH5, my Panasonic GH5. I filmed in 4K at 60 frames a second. I took my Panasonic Lumix FZ82, filming in 4K at 30 frames a second, and also the same with my DJI Mavic. Both of those frame rates will probably reduce to 24 frames a second in post. But let's head off now to Pembrokeshire. We set up base camp in an isolated spot in the shadows of the beautiful rocky outcrop called Carn Liddy. It's about a kilometre or so from Britain's smallest city, St David's. St David's sits in a basin all of its own, apparently because it needed to be hidden from passing Viking hordes hundreds of years ago. Like a lot of my filming ventures, this was going to be a family holiday. A family holiday full of idyllic coves, beaches, amazing vistas, and a stunning national park coastal path stretching nearly 200 miles. The prehistoric Cambrian period is named after these very cliffs, as they are absolutely engorged with fossils dating back millions of years. And as a backdrop to all of this, just a mile or so inland are the Preseli Hills and their rocky outcrops, and these are known as the Bluestones. And from these Bluestones was cut Stonehenge, taken down to the coastline and then shipped to the county of Wiltshire. Here I start the day, a day of temperatures in the high 80s, filming in an unforgiving light and a thick heat haze. A barely fledged stone chat, monitored by a protective dad. And I head to the coast to hopefully find a cooling breeze. The sun beating, invertebrate hum, only cut by water hitting rock. Heather and hawkweed sitting on parched ground. And a female grey seal, obviously heavy in pup. She steals a moment in the sun before heading back down underneath the swell. On a distant craggy peninsula, a female kestrel sets off on a clifftop hunting foray. She's been hawking invertebrates since her family fledged, but now she's keen to search out a small mammal. And these steep grassy inclines have voles, and she sees their urine and feces with an ultraviolet filter. And though she can hover, this updraft saves a lot of energy. The smallest movement, and she stoops. Not this time. She'll succeed only once in every 10 attempts, though she's sure that this is where she needs to stay. The shade of a cool cliff ledge harbours a Fulmar family, a distant relative of the albatross and a member of the petrel clan. With stiff, starched wings and tube noses for excreting excess salt from their saline-rich diet, these birds are truly pelagic. Once fledged, this chick probably won't come to land for up to 10 years, and its parents, they're tight in their monogamous bond, may have been together for over 30 years. A highlight of any Pembrokeshire cliff top is the enigmatic chough. Most rooted to cool spots, catching an updraft. The more dominant corvids are on the wing briefly. A young raven family, vast bodies shimmering in the midday sun. Some chicks here, though, are already independent of their parents, such as these wheatier siblings. The brood still together, and this young male about halfway through his molt to adult plumage. All are already picking off invertebrates from the parched scrub. Though the begging instinct still persists in the less adept. I return just before sunset. This spectacle itself is enough, but something has brought me here to this particular shelter, where every rock has 1,000 memories, for over 30 years now. And that something are these birds, Manx shearwater. A stream of these mysterious ocean-going wanderers, taking a dusk flight a kilometre or so from the coast back to Skomer Island 10 miles away, where they can feed their chicks in the safety of darkness. Flying on a cushion of air only an inch or so from the water surface. But today though, this evening, marks me trying to attempt one of my filmmaking dreams. To be out with these birds and get this avian highway flying straight into the sunset. Some dreams can and do come true. Not just a big moment for me in filmmaking terms, because that's something I've always wanted to see, to visualize, from decades of standing on that coastline, realizing that there was a perspective there, a possible perspective of seeing these birds flying into that sunset, which you don't see from the coastline. You can't see it from that angle. Then although satisfied now as a filmmaker, it also satisfied many dreams and wishes I've had over many years as a spectator watching these birds. So it was very special. It ticked many boxes beyond just that of filmmaking. The teaser this week actually relates to Manx shearwater. I just want to know where these birds migrate to, because even though they are pelagic, they take a very distinctive migratory route. Not a traditional kind of summer migrant route you would have here in the UK, but once 70% of the world's population of Manx shearwater leaves Skomer Island, they do head in a very definite direction. So if you can just name me the country that I'll be best placed to be in if I wanted to see these birds in our winter time, possibly charter a boat for a short distance, but what country would that be to then see these birds? Congratulations to Monique Smaulers, to AD Quinn and to Adam Homer for answering correctly last week's teaser, which of course you've just seen in that film. Those juvenile birds, that juvenile bird sitting on the Pembrokeshire coastline was of course the wheatear. Really looking forward to vlog 7, guys. Hope to see you there with me, but for now, goodbye. The strange birds, they're so sea-based, their legs barely work, which is why during the daytime male and female share this role. One will sit in the burrow with the chick or the egg, the other will go out and fish, and these birds will go off to the coast of Ireland in a day and fish there and then come back. And just now these are all the birds returning. It's like a mini motorway out there right now.